everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Aditya and today we are going to discuss an important concept in statistics, that is sampling. So whether you are conducting research, analyzing data, or just curious about how surveys and polls works, so it is very important to understand sampling. So sampling is a key to making sense of worlds around us. So imagine, to understand sampling, so let's take an example first. So imagine you are trying to understand the opinion of country's population. So you have a let's say India, our country. So in India, you are trying to understand the opinion of country's entire population. So entire population means there are billions of people in India. So there are billions of people like these peoples. na? So these peoples. So this is the population. So my drawing is not so good. So this is the population. So there are lot of billions of people, right? So this is the entire population. So we have discussed these parameter, what are population, what are sampling, and what are variable, what are data. So this is the whole population. So this is the whole population, and you are trying to understand some opinion from this population. So you are trying to understand some opinion from this population, and it sounds impossible since from whole population you are trying to gather information, gather some insights from population. So it is not possible. No. So it is not possible, not possible. So here the words the term sampling come. So instead of asking everyone about the opinion, so we select some small group, like we select some 10,000 or 1,000 people from this population, and this is going to be our sample size. So this is our sample size 1,000, and these are the people in this sample we have randomly selected. We have randomly selected from this population. This is the sample. So we have take a smaller group from this population, a smaller group from this population, a smaller group that represents the whole population. So we have just select these people from this population. So these people represents this whole population. It can be true. It can be true to say yes. So for example, this is the sampling. So you are just taking some random samples to investigate what you are trying to get information from the population. So this is sampling. So in this case, this is called sampling. I hope you are getting what I am saying. So, for example, let's say you are a researcher and trying to find out how students at a university, let's suppose there is a university, and how students feel about a new policy. We have to implement a new policy, and we ask, the students of this university how they feel about this policy. So let's say there are 10,000 students in the university, 10,000 students in the university, 10,000 students in the university. So, which means this is the population. This is the population. Sorry. So this is the population, and you cannot survey all these 10,000 students. So you make a subs. You select some. You select few hundred at random. So you select 100 student at random. So you select 100 student at random. This is our sample. This is our sample, and here the size of the sample size is sample size is 100. So this is the sample size, and this is the sample, and this sample is representing what? The whole population. So this sample is representing the whole population. for which you are going to investigate what the student feel about the new policy, what the student feel about the new policy, about the new policy. So this is our question, we are going to estimate from this population. So this is our question query. We have seen this term in previous video. So this is the question we are going to ask about these 10,000 students, and it is not it is not possible to survey all these 10,000 students. So we have taken a sample of 100 students, which represent this whole population. So this is our sample size, and this is the query, and this is the query. So here is the population. So this is an example of sampling, and this is a simple random sampling. This sampling is known as simple random sampling. Here, that's because we have taken 100 student at random, 100 student 100 student and random, and this type of sampling is called simple random sampling. Simple random sampling. So it is one of the most common method in sampling. So it's a simple example that I hope that this example is clear to you. So, but sampling isn't just about picking random individuals like here we did just pick some random samples from this whole population. So it is not picking random individuals. There are many types of sampling to choose sample from the population. So and its own advantages and use cases. So there are another type of sampling such as stratified sampling, where you ensure different groups are represented to cluster sampling. So this is the concept of sampling. I hope you are cleared about this sampling method. So these methods helps us gathering accurate and meaningful data. So these method help us gathering accurate and meaningful information meaningful information. And while this sampling method saves time saves time and resources, and also they saves resources. Here is the first advantage of sampling. Another one is saves types and resources. In this video we will be discussing about what is sampling and what is the advantages of sampling and what are the types of sampling. So types we will discuss in upcoming videos in one by taking the sampling one by one. So whether you are a student, a data enthusiast, or just some curious about how things work, stick and as we work down uh, mm, in the sampling. So let's start it. So I hope this example is clear to you. So in the first example, we just take a whole population of the country to try investigating some query. So this represent the whole population. So let's suppose this is our uh, Indian population, Indian population, and we are investigating some opinion from the persons of the from each person of this country, and which is not possible because there are billions of people in this country living. So we take some sample size of sample size of 1,000 people, 1,000 people. So this people represents this population. So this is our sample thousand sample size 1,000, and this is a sample group, and this is called sampling. So this term is called sampling. Another example we have taken from this university. So from this university example, so in the university there are 10,000 students, and we are we are asking each student that what the student feel about the new policy, that will be implemented to the university. So this is our query, and the 10,000 students represent the whole population. So to gather accurate and meaningful information and save time and resources, we take 100 sample from this population that represents the whole population. So this is the simple random sampling. So I hope it is clear to you. So let's uh, move further with the sampling definition. I hope from the above slide it is clear to you what is sampling. So here is the sampling definition. A sample from a statistical population is a subset of data. I have told you this. Let's suppose this is a data. So let's suppose this is some data, like I have this crossbar represents some data. So this is the data, and I have taken some subset from this data subset. So let's suppose this is some subset. And in terms of mathematics, let's suppose A is our population, and B is a subset. So B is a subset. So A is a superset of B. So B is a subset, that are actually collection in the course of investigation. So investigation can be anything like what we are querying from the population. So sample data has various information from only some of the individuals of interest. So this is the sampling definition. I hope it is clear to you. So here is the example given. So a teacher intended to take a sample of 10,000 in a class of 50 for a special assignment. So what is the population size here? Population size is okay. What is 50? And the sample size, the teacher intended to take sample of 10 students. So sample size 10 students. The sample size is 10 students. The teacher then enlists all the students in the class and give each a number. So the teacher give each student a number. The teacher then uses a computer program to type in the number of the 10 student to select it. Then the teacher uses a computer program. Teacher have a computer program to type in the numbers of the 10 student to be selected. So how this is the example showing how a teacher is selecting the sample of 10 students from the 50 sample of 50 population of the student. So here what is the type of sampling is being performed. So here is the type of sampling is simple random sampling. Simple random sampling. But how would you say that the sampling performed is here is simple random sampling? Because the teacher is giving each student a random number, and gives to the computer program, and the computer program gives the 10 student to be selected. So the computer program is randomly selecting the 10 students from the whole population. So this is the type of simple random sampling. I hope this sampling definition is clear to you, and this example is also clear to you. So let's discuss some advantages of sampling. So sampling process used in statistics to select a subset of individuals. We have seen to select a subset of individual. है ना? Sampling is used to select. Sampling is used to select subset of individuals. Subset of individuals, items, or observations from a larger sample, from a larger population, larger population. So this is the sampling. Sorry. So let's some ad- take some advantages of sampling. So advantages. stages, or you can say why we need sampling. So first, it is cost efficiency. Cost efficiency. So cost efficiency, studying an entire population can be prohibitively expensive. So if you are going to study the whole population, it could be expensive to study, especially when the population is large. So I have given example of population of a country. The population is very large, and you cannot study the whole population. So sampling is cost efficiency, and another is time efficiency, or reduces time. So another one is time efficiency. Time efficiency. So another one is time efficiency. Collecting data from every member of population can be time consuming. So let's take same example of for a country population. So if you are going to take each person each person's opinion, so then it could be a time consuming task. So sampling reduces the time also. So sampling enables researchers to gather and analyze data more quickly. So here I return the statement. I will return write the statement. So sampling enables researchers to gather and analyze data more more quickly. So this is the second advantage. The third advantage is feasibility. Feasibility. So in many cases, it is impractical or impossible to study the entire population. For example, so testing every product of an assembly line. So you have an assembly line where the products are assembled. So testing every product of an assembly line might not be possible due to time constraint or destructive testing methods. So sampling provide a feasible alternative. So another one is manageability, accuracy, and precision. Also a advantage of uh, sampling. Another advantage is generalization and ethical considerations. So sampling can reduce the burden of respondents, especially in sensitive studies or those involve vulnerable populations. So this is the sampling and this is the advantages. I hope it is crystal clear to you. So let's move forward. So types of sampling. So types of sampling. So we will discuss subtypes in different in next video, or taking the sampling method one by one. So the types of sampling. So we have two types of sampling: probability random sampling and non-probability random sampling. So what is probability random sampling? So in probability random sampling, the sample method utilizes some form of random selection. So for example, let's say this is our example. We have seen here is the teacher enlists all the student in the class and gives each a number. So here we also give some number and randomly select some samples from the population. All the eligible individuals have chance of selecting the sample. So in the population, all the individual or all the entity in that population is have a chance of selecting the sample from the whole sample space. So let's suppose here is our sample space A, and we are going to randomly select from this sample. This is a population, and this is the sample size. So every individual or each individual has an equal chance of selecting from this sample. So this is the probability simple sampling method. So the type of probability sampling method are simple random sampling, stratified random sampling, and systematic sampling. So we have seen an example of simple random sampling from the university example, where we have 1,000 population of the students, and we have select random students of 100 sample size for the query for the new policy we have implemented in the university. So this is the simple random sampling, another is stratified random sampling, and systematic sampling. We will discuss all these sampling method one by one in the next video. So another is non probability sampling. In this sampling type, in the technique in which the researcher selects some sample based on subjective judgment. So here we judge we do subjective judgment in this sampling method rather than the random selection. Rather, for example, let's say you have a class. In a class, a researcher select a student who is intelligent. A researcher select a student who is intelligent and ask this guy to select another student who is also intelligent. Let's say B is also intelligent. So the researcher is judge the researcher is judge the sample. So first he go to student A, then and he and the student A is intelligent and ask this A student to select B, to select some other intelligent guy. So this is the non-probability sampling. So not all the member of population have a chance to participate in the study. So because if A is intelligent and B is intelligent, there is not all the student of the class is intelligent. So there are some student who is intelligent. So not all the member of population have a chance to participate in the study. So there are five type of non-probability sampling: convenience sampling, consecutive sampling, quota sampling, purposive or judgmental sampling, snowball sampling. So these are the five type of non-probability sampling. We will discuss all these non-probability sampling one by one in the upcoming video. So this is the sampling method. I hope it is clear to you. So sampling definition example. So if you if you like the video and the explanation is clear to you, so make sure to hit the like button and subscribe the and for more videos subscribe the channel and also share with your friend. So that's all in this video. We will meet you in next video with the type of sampling method. So till then, keep learning and keep practicing. Bye bye.